And a warm welcome to you out there. Thank you for joining us on today's edition of Sunday Magazine, reaching you from the studios of NTA Channel 5, Abuja. My name is Tessie Omiri. On our lineup tonight, we have quite a number of interesting stories, including our own NTA reporter's experience on how she converted her fuel vehicle into the CNG. You want to hear more about that. We have our interesting stories from the FCTA, empowering women, empowering the girl child, and more. These will be part of our bulletin tonight. All you need to do is to sit, relax, and enjoy the program. My name is Tessie Omiri once again. The program returns shortly. We begin from the presidency. The presidency has acknowledged receipt of the special advisor to the president on media and publicity, Chief Ajuri Ingilali's memo to proceed on an indefinite leave for personal and health reasons. A statement signed by the president indicates that the president accepts his reasons for the leave, fully understands and sympathize with the circumstances that have led to this seemingly difficult decision, while extending his heartfelt prayers and best wishes to Chief Ngilali and his family. During his challenging moment, the president hopes for a speedy recovery and full restoration to health. The president notes his tireless efforts and dedication in serving the nation. On education, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, urges the National Association of Polytechnic Students, NAPS, to channel its grievances regarding non-mobilization of some National Higher Diploma HND students for the National Youth Service Corps, NYSC, to the appropriate authorities. JAMB's Registrar Professor Ishak Oloyede says this at a meeting with leadership of the student body at the board's headquarters in Gwari, Abuja.
The meeting becomes necessary to unravel circumstances that surround non-mobilization of some holders of the Higher National Diploma Certificate to participate in the mandatory one-year National Youth Service Program.
Have you ever seen anybody with national diploma going on NYC? It's not possible. Who goes on NYC?
Explaining that the issue has nothing to do with JAMB, as it only conducts examinations for admission into universities, National Diploma, ND, and Nigerian Certificate in Education, NCE programs. JAMB registrar advised that rather than shift blame to the board, the students should trace the root cause of their challenges.
Let me tell you strictly where your problem is that you don't know. Where your problem. When you see NCE certificates, there is no NCE certificate that is issued in this country. NCE, that you go to NCCE that you won't have a copy. And that's why their certificate is co-signed with ESNCC in order to have the record. Just as NCC does, you can do that with MBT.
On his part, Director General of the NYSC says,
issue of those mobilized that are part-time. In the ND, they go and do part-time, while in the HND, they do their regular time. The issue there is that anytime they come for mobilization, we identify them, because in our mandate in NYSC, we are not supposed to mobilize those that are part-time students. And in their number, when they come for mobilization, we identify them. At the end of their number, you see P given to them by the JAMB, signifying that they are part-time students when they pass through their ND. So with that P, we know that they are part-time. For that reason, they are not qualified to be mobilized based on our mandate.
Satisfied with the explanation, President of NAPS, Ridwan Okpeyemi, resolved to engage appropriate authorities to resolve the issue.
We know where the problem lies. The problem actually lies from most of our institutions. we have to also go back to the institution. You understand what is expected of them to do, what we have been discussed here so far. We are going to take it to the institution as well. When we take it to them, you understand, they will now see their reaction.
Institutions that use what it referred to as daily part-time programs were urged to desist from such practices.
The Betekun has expressed the force's determination to honor memories of the officers murdered by the proscribed Islamic movement in Nigeria, popularly known as SHEL, in the Federal Capital Territory recently. The IGP gave this assurance in a condolence message to their families through the Commissioner of Police, FCT, Bennett Igwe. Onotu Yakubu brings us details.
Images of agony, despair, and seeming loss of hope for a family. A father, husband, and breadwinner hacked to death in his prime by enemies of the state. The late Assistant Superintendent of Police Innocent Agbabi was on special assignment from his Mpape division to Wuse Junction on Sunday, August 25, when members of the proscribed group attacked their position, leaving him and one other operative dead and 3 others injured.
He was a great guy who loved everybody. All of us are not perfect, so he has his defections and all that, but he's a gentleman, he's a man of peace, like our father was a man of peace.
Commissioner of Police Bennett Igwe describes the incident as the proscribed group's declaration of war on the Nigerian police.
My heart is pained because it is unprovoked attack. That's what is paining all of us. Last year they did the same thing and they killed the policeman in a beggar roundabout, collected his rifle. This time around, they have killed the ASP Innocent and Alex, Inspector Alex, and collected their rifle too. So they have declared war on police. So that's why we say we cannot fold our hands and allow them to continue like that.
The IGP's emissary also made similar visit to the family of the late Inspector Alexander Ode, who was also killed in the unprovoked attack.
With this alone, my mind is plead. And please, I want to beg the government. He leave a family on ground here. The wife, the child, the sisters, and even the mother. She traveled day before yesterday. He's having a partial stroke now, as we are talking now.
CP Igwe disclosed that the IGP is in talks with the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory to ensure that the deceased officer's dependents are taken care of after paying the supreme price.
Quite a sad one there. Once again, we say, may God rest their souls. Moving on to other matters now. In a bid to gainfully engage the teeming unemployed youth, the Federal Capital Territory Administration has supported some group of women and youth with empowerment equipment for self-reliance. Onotu Yakubu was at the venue of the distribution, which is part of the FCT Cares program.
The Federal Capital Territory Administration is poised to ameliorate the economic hardship presently being faced in the country. To this end, the Abuja Enterprise Agency is supporting medium and small-scale enterprises to generate wealth. Devices such as laptop and other gadgets have been released to residents for empowerment.
This particular program will in no little way enhance the capability and the ability of MSMEs operating in the Federal Capital Territory to position their businesses not just for profitability but also for sustainability. So indeed, it's a very good program that has come at the right time.
Some of the beneficiaries described the gesture as a right step in the right direction, promising to make judicious use of the equipment provided to enhance their well-being.
I'm very happy. I appreciate Abuja Enterprise Agency for this bold step they've taken to help the entrepreneurs, the small business, the SMEs Let me put it that way. At least it will go a long way for us.
It will give me a very good reasoning, because when I diagnose, no matter whatever the code they gave me, I will go to my phone, that is for this thing, and then I will get the solution immediately. It will make job easy for me.
Both women and youth benefited from the assistance, which is part of the FCT Cares program.
In order to enhance the socioeconomic status of women and girls in the digital world, the FCT Women Affairs Mandate Secretary, Adedaya Benjamin Lani, has tasked girls in the 6 area councils in the territory to use the digital space to present themselves in positive light. Awagimba reports that the Mandate Secretary was speaking at the 2024 Girls Summit in collaboration with the Helpline Social Support Initiative.
In a world where technology is rapidly advancing, the girl child faces distinct challenges, ranging from cyberbullying to online harassment. The 2024 Girls Together Summit, in collaboration with Helpline Social Support Initiative, brings stakeholders together to discuss the complexity of raising the girl child in a digital age. Adedaya Benjamin Lani, FCT Women Affairs Mandate Secretary, emphasizes that the Secretariat is launching the initiatives to support and empower girls in the digital realm.
It's not just an advocacy, it's an equal opportunity, a leveler for any girl child digitally and globally to be able to access as well as articulate her unique collaterals.
Yes, being in the digital world, there are some disadvantages, cyber cafe bullying and so on. But I would tell them to be more careful, to trod gently, and know where they are at a particular time.
Jome Amadu, founder and president of Helpline Social Initiative, notes that the 2024 Girls Together Summit is timely and crucial for the girl child.
We have people using our girls for child pornography and so many other evil vices. So this summit is aimed at ensuring that these girls are prepared, these girls are empowered, these girls are adequately equipped to be able to know what they need to do and what they should look out for whenever they are in the social media spaces.
But what we're trying to tell you is that the phone or the space is a blessing and it's a curse. So know the pros and know the cons so that you'll be able to self-discipline, even we as adults.
You can learn a lot of things online and you can use it to better yourself, because there are lots of career opportunities and there are lots of things that can help girls online.
The Girls Together Summit 2024 aims to promote a culture of digital empowerment, equipping girls with the skills and confidence to thrive in an increasingly digital world.
Because a woman is a homemaker, so if you empower a girl child, means you're bringing up beautiful homes. We hope you'll take advantage of the digital space positively. Let's shift attention to the environment. So much is being said about care for the environment through human actions and inactions. But how much have Nigerians keyed into this? The Think Green Foundation is not only advocating, but demonstrating the need to mitigate climate change effects through tree planting. Abdullahi Ajia reports that the NGO and its partners planted 50 trees in the Jahi district of Abuja.
The Parks and Recreation Departments of the FCT administration, partners and volunteers lent their support as they flag off the tree planting campaign conceived to mitigate the environment, among other benefits to the ecosystems.
The objective is to shade that sidewalk, which is our slogan for this event. We're aimed at environmental conservation and protection. So one of the ways in which to do that is to ensure that our streets are properly shaded with trees. It helps in reducing the heat island effect, and it's also one of the ways in which we contribute to climate action activities.
Intervene in good causes, agricultural interventions, disaster management. social services.
With a target to plant 1,000 trees and more across the country, with a sustainability plan, the Think Green Foundation has so far planted 200 trees.
We're promoting community custodianship. Before we do any planting activity, we have to engage the community, ensure that they are part of it, they are aware of it, and they agree to take care of the trees and nourish them until they're grown. It also serves so many benefits for the communities, economic benefits. So the types of trees that we plant are dependent on the location. We do our feasibility studies to ensure that they would survive and last and be taken care of by the communities.
Being a part of these events has given me purpose in life. That, okay, yes, I'm giving a shit to an environment. Then 3, 4, 5 years to come, these sidewalks will become like a resting point for some people, at least reducing the climate impact on the soil itself, and also apart from the shade, and give this environment a very cooler atmosphere.
Established in 2022, the Think Green Foundation is also into waste management, resource conservation, while promoting environmental remediation in the country.
Many thanks, Ajia. Let's also key in by thinking green to have a beautiful environment. As fuel prices soar in Nigeria due to the regulation of the downstream sector, many motorists are exploring alternatives such as converting their petrol cars to compressed natural gas (CNG). NTA's energy correspondent Lydia Sampson also undertook this conversion, motivated by the desire to experience the energy mix. Lydia now brings us up to speed on her CNG journey so far.
I've reported the presidential initiative on compressed natural gas interface with motorists who converted their vehicles. Now, as a reporter, I've become part of the story. Spending 45,000 naira or more on petrol every 2 weeks, despite limiting my movement, is no joke. But since converting my car to CNG, I only spent 14,000 naira in a month. I now understand the unbelievable cost-effective revolution of CNG. The process involves installing a CNG system, which includes a storage tank and modified fuel injectors. Despite initial fears about safety, many experts I had interviewed affirmed that CNG is a cleaner, safer option, emitting less carbon than petrol. Their assurances ignited my interest, and I must say I have found that the conversion not only reduced my fuel expenses, but also contributed to a smaller carbon footprint. With the federal government's push for cleaner, cheaper energy, including free conversion services for commercial vehicles, many are already following suit.
Ultimately, the way to go is CNG, and that is why the government has for a long time been clamoring for people. In fact, most recently, there's even free combustion. The Presidential Committee on CNG, like for us, they have made us almost all our states in the country, 36 plus FCT. They've given us about 100 kits free. So it will translate to also other people who are not commercial users to also key into the CNG.
This shift for many other CNG users represents a significant step towards sustainable transportation in the face of rising petrol prices and environmental challenges.
It's really nice, and in the aspect of the economy now, we that use it for business, we enjoy it better than fuel. Sometimes if we use it for, it's like we are using our own blood to drive. So we feel like this CNG of a thing is just a breakthrough for us.
I've been using CNG for over a month now. Okay. Yes.
And what has the experience been like?
Yeah, so far so good. It has been good. It has been awesome. But the only challenges we still have is the fact that the cost of conversion is still expensive.
Laudable as the CNG initiative is, the major challenge motorists see is sparsity of CNG filling stations.
We have to take a journey from town to airport road to come and buy gas, which is wrong. So if the government can give us where we can be buying the gas in the city center, everywhere, the filling station, we can be refilling, it will make life easier.
Key players believe that as the number of motorists using CNG increases, demand for CNG will also increase and attract more investment in the CNG add-on stations. Already, more CNG stations are springing up just as demand is growing. Can you believe it is no longer the driving and out CNG top-up as queues are building up as CNG users increase? This is attributed to the fact that only 2 CNG stations are continuously dispensing CNG in the FCT. However, our investigation indicates that hope is in the horizon as NMPC Limited final touches on CNG add-on stations will provide more alternative relevant filling stations. By actively participating in the CNG story going forward, I'll be using my CNG experience to illustrate the CNG revolution going forward. After all, they say experience is the best teacher.
I agree with you, Lydia. Indeed, experience is the best teacher, and quite an interesting experience there from 45,000 naira to 15,000 a month. That's really quite a breakthrough. Well, if only some of the challenges as identified by motorists will be tackled, then I'll join you to say it is the way to go. Thank you, Lydia. Now let's join our entertainment desk for entertainment news.
Dami Crane and Davido have been embroiled in a long-time standing feud, with Crane making allegations against Davido, including involvement in the death of Tagbo and debt owed to him. Recently, Crane was arrested by the police, allegedly on Davido's orders, with social media personality VDM pleading for his release. However, Crane has since been released from the police custody, with many calling for an end to the beef between the two artists. In other news, Fishy Razzo has released a trending song titled Headies Award, an anthem for struggling artists across Nigeria and beyond. Razzo aims to advocate for those working hard but lacking recognition, inspiring fellow artists to keep pushing forward despite obstacles. With the Headies Award season approaching, Razzo hopes to spark conversations about the realities faced by many emerging artists and to use his platform to uplift others. Meanwhile, movie producer and actor Abimbola Adelapo John is set to release his latest film, Ajumoni, a dramatic story about infidelity and betrayal, exploring themes of trust, deception, and secrets within a marriage. John worked with Sheyi Law on the project and believes movie producers play a vital role in society as solution providers, tackling social issues through storytelling. He emphasizes the importance of identifying problems to tackle in filmmaking, citing examples such as depression, sexual abuse, and domestic violence.
Time now for our weekly news wrap.
Good evening and welcome to the weekly news wrap on NTA Channel 5. I am Safia Noma Uche. Nigeria and the People's Republic of China have opened areas of collaboration to ensure a more balanced trade relations between both countries. Also, the Nigerian leader and chairman, ECOWAS Authority of Heads of State and Government, President Tinubu, has met with the Premier of China, Li Shen. President Tinubu also attended the Forum on China-Africa Cooperation in Beijing, where he conversed for a more deepened strategic partnership that would unlock unprecedented levels of goals for Africa and China.
We can share a very common denominator, which is investment and development, to ensure China and African relationship.
Back in Nigeria, as fuel prices soar in Nigeria due to the regulation of the downstream sector, many motorists are exploring alternatives such as converting petrol cars to compressed natural gas (CNG). A two-day conference on gender and human security put together by the FCT Mandate Secretariat for Women Affairs has ended. Media professionals gathered in the FCT for orientation exercise for the 2024 integrated supplemental immunization slated for the 2 phases in the 36 states of the Federation. And Nigeria commemorated the International Day of Charity with a call on Nigerians to always lend a hand of kindness to fellow citizens in need. And those are some of the stories that made headlines this week. Bye for now.
We now join our sports desk for Sports Brief.
The Super Eagles of Nigeria have departed for Rwanda ahead of their African Cup of Nations qualifier match on Tuesday. The team is currently top of their group with 3 points after 3-0 win over Benin Republic, with the team looking to maintain their top position in the group. Rwanda is currently placed second with a point. In other news, the 2024 AfriScouts NLO Cup is set to kick off between October 5th and 20th, featuring 25 top teams from the nation's third-tier football league. The tournament is organized for teams that gained promotion in the regular Division 1 and Under-19 Youth League season. Additionally, Azizat Oshoala scored the winning goal for Bay FC in their National Women's Soccer League match against Racing Louisville, moving the team into the 7th playoff seed in their first season in the league. With Sports Brief, Wayne Dogo, NTA News.
And that's it on Sunday Magazine. Thank you for watching. See you next week for another package. Bye for now.